champagne campaign. Popping on my champagne campaign.
What's up, y'all? This is
Popping on my
Saanjh.
champagne
What's
campaign.
up? It's your girl Camille,
Popping on my
and you're now
champagne
tuned in to
campaign.
Brunchism.
Popping on my champagne campaign. 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 Popping on my champagne campaign.
What's up, y'all, and welcome to this week's episode of Brunchism. I am one of your fabulous, wonderful, extravagant, loving, well-liked hosts, Camille.
And I'm Saanjh.
You're supposed to keep listing the qualities of the host.
Listen, I can't stack up against you, buddy.
No, I said we. I am one of the, and I listed all of those
Oh, got you.
qualities. I was inclusive.
All right. Well, I'm just straight up saucy and drippy and things of that nature. So,
Yay! I've been in the Bay, so
you want to know?
What's up, y'all? For all of our new listeners, welcome. If you finish this episode, God bless you, and leave us a rating. Let us know what you like on whatever platform you're listening to. If you're watching on YouTube, what's up? Make sure you subscribe. And yeah. So for our
like, share, subscribe, right? We got to start doing that at the beginning, right?
All of it, yeah. Mm-hmm. Click the link below. Like, subscribe.
Hey,
Renegade.
Hey,
We're gonna figure out this stuff. Yeah, we're gonna.
That's pretty good.
I know. I've been watching them because they'll talk for like 10 minutes before they get to. I've been trying to watch a tutorial and it's like, oh, if you like my page, I put like
That's my pet peeve.
Just tell me. I understand you have to tell people to subscribe at the beginning, cool, but just get straight to it. Like, fuck, I have to go through a whole ad for you to start the tutorial.
And I already went through the ad.
Your personal ad and then another ad. Oh, yeah. Lord. Gosh, that's annoying. Okay, sorry. I don't want to be like them. So,
yeah. And on that
note, let's move on. Again, our org of this month is Toy to Remember. That is Toy to Remember on Instagram. Again, we are choosing 3 to 4 families to sponsor for this holiday season. We high key are like halfway past our goal already with monetary donations, and we haven't even started the raffles yet. So it's lit. Can't wait to see what more we can do for these families. So the raffles will begin on Monday, I believe, where you can start entering the raffles. So stay tuned. We'll post that info on our Instagram.
I raffles though. Is there any way you can
I've never won one. You should have asked me that while we weren't recording, but I'll see what I can do. But most of the things I don't even know. Oh no, I think there are only like 2 things where you have to be here to get them. The rest of the stuff you should be able to get. So
it's fine. I'll just do it for the good of the kids.
We'll put it in one of your sister's names.
Yeah.
It can't be Bree though.
I never win raffles. I don't
either. I don't either. And I never win baby shower games. Hella frustrating.
I'll be like, them tickets that got numbers. I always be like, just like 1 or 2 numbers off, and I was just should be having.
You gotta look at the nigga that cut in front of you to get the ticket that won. Like, all right, bitch.
I'm triggered. Come on, let's get to it. Cause now I will fight somebody.
Shit is hella irritating. All right, Saanjh. So, what is on your menu for this week? What's up with you?
So. I don't know. Well, maybe we all don't know, but I'm a big coffee drinker. Like it's something that I take very seriously. I do it every day. But I was like needing more and more coffee all the time. So I was doing a little bit of research, and like people cycle off of caffeine. So like stop drinking it for like 5 to 7 days, and then your body will like readjust, and then you actually have the effects back up. Like
that's a lot shorter than weed takes.
Yeah. I was surprised by how short it was. So this week has been my caffeine break.
Oh my God. It don't sound like you're doing good at all. That was a lot.
It has been hard. I'm on day 5. Today's day 5. So I'm almost there.
And you only
It's
doing the
been-
minimum, huh? You're doing the 5, not 5 to
No,
7.
I'm trying to get to 7. I really am trying to get to 7. And the good thing, like, it's first of all, it's been so difficult to go to the gym. Like,
You
I
drink
just
coffee
wake up.
before the gym? That's
I usually drink like green tea.
Okay.
Like I'll drink something like I'll do like tea because I won't do coffee because it's just not the time yet. But I will drink because I go to the gym like pretty early, so I'll drink like some green tea or something. And now it's just like sluggish. I don't even feel like working out. Like it's horrible. And I think about drinking it all the time. Like I
They didn't say you couldn't think about it.
I like sniff the
Right.
beans.
We're entering into crackhead territory, but
like it's been awful. It's been an awful week just because of that. And on top of that, like, you know, everything that's going on politically has been just ridiculous. Like from election day on,
confusing, draining.
And it's just like, you know, like the one thing I was looking forward to with like election season was like getting over it. Like, let's just move on so that we don't have to do this no more. Like, can we get on to the next 4 years? And this motherfucker is just, you know, like just dragging. Like, this is like the most 2020 appropriate, you know, election. And I've never been this interested in a fucking election in my whole life. But it's just
it's
like
the season finale. They had to drag it.
Like the layers and the drama, like Georgia,
it's like a Shonda Rhimes special.
It's like, whoa, what's happening? You feel me?
The Shonda Rhimes special. She definitely got the pen in her hand right now, right in the finale for 2020.
Yeah.
Going
so
ham.
like,
plot twist, new antagonist. Like she's giving it all to us. She's not holding back.
Seriously, and it was like making me think of like some of the conversation we had last episode when we were talking about like our like the wildest takes we've seen. People talking about like Flint and not getting water and like, you know, the South or Georgia and just being canceled. Shit like, and them are the niggas that came through. So that gave me a tickle.
And they didn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing after
that. Yeah.
Just move on to the next subject.
Thanks. So like it's just been no coffee and then like probably just like too much news. Like I don't think I've ever been this tuned in to like news. Like I got a newspaper subscription, shit like that. It's just, and I just can't wait for it to be over. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure like at the end of this year, I'm not gonna do like social media and Twitter and shit like that. I'm done.
Forever?
I think so. I mean, okay, it's like I'm 27. You know, it's like, oh, it's over.
Shit, a nigga like me gonna be on Twitter for as long as I can. Twitter is hilarious. I won't let it go.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny, but like, not all the time. Sometimes niggas just be toxic, and I'm sick of it.
A lot of the time, yeah.
And I guess
I have to do a cleanse of followers.
Maybe
like, just unfollow a bunch of people, so that way you're only following like shit that you know is not gonna be
like
done.
My 5 friends, if I really.
You know, I'll retweet the ignorant shit on your timeline so you can still get a little bit of it.
Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's been a very interesting week mentally, like, and it all started with no coffee. So that's where it all went bad. What about you? I'm
not trying to laugh at you, but you really sound like you going through it.
Bruh, I wake up and I was like, I look at my ceiling and I was just like, what is there to wake up for?
You should do like a 10-minute like yoga routine or like a sun salutation, and it really wakes you up. It's very light, it's very slow. Okay. But just do it. Look up yoga with Adrienne morning yoga, and she has like 10 to 15 minute just quick little in the morning. Just get your body moving. It helps. It does.
All right, because I just been every morning. I just question life. I'm like, what am I?
You can sniff some essential oil too. Like, just put a little bit in your hand, rub it, and it just wakes you right on up. Okay, I got you. We could do this because I'm not a caffeine person, and so I've had to figure out ways to like get myself awake because coffee makes me like. It makes me. I get the jitters bad. I don't like it, and then I'm shitting.
Yeah.
So
it is a diuretic.
Not how I want to start my day. I don't want to start my day like this. Well, that's why I got green tea. It keeps me regular. But yeah, it's when you finally make it to work and now you at work like this, you gotta go to the bathroom and you shitting on the
morning.
shaking.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oops, gotta go to the bathroom.
Good morning.
Yeah.
That's funny. What's on your menu? Tell us. What's good?
So I'm
How
literally
was the area?
like I'm freshly back from Oakland. Unfortunately, I had to go to a funeral. My cousin's son got killed out there, so we drove up to Oakland, which, you know, my family doesn't like to fly, and so we had to drive, so that was already interesting. But it was cool, you know. Have you watched Emily in Paris?
Yeah, I haven't watched the whole thing, but I watched a little bit of it.
Do you like it? I actually like it. I don't know why I do, but I liked it. But anyway, between watching Emily in Paris and then like all of the different like rooms that I've been in on Clubhouse that like give you advice and stuff, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. Like, I'm gonna try to post a lot and be like, see what it's like to be like an influencer or whatever. That shit is fucking exhausting. Documenting everything, like it's really exhausting. It was a lot. It was a whole lot, and I just. You know, we talk a lot of shit about like Instagram models and Instagram people and stuff, but that shit does take a lot of work because I was really exhausted. Like, oh, I gotta take another fucking picture.
Oh, I believe
like,
it. Yeah.
I gotta hashtag it, and I have to. It was just like, and that was just me like dibbling and dabbling. You know, I didn't do anything too crazy. I just actively posted like what I was doing. You know, and then on the other hand, I felt like an asshole because I'm like trying to take pictures and shit, and we out there for a fucking funeral. You know, I'm like, oh, come on, everybody pose. Like, wait, let me get a picture of my food. I'm like, I feel like an ass. How the fuck do these people do this? But it was fun. It was fun.
No
I got some good shots. You know, it was cool, but it was exhausting. So I was like, I don't know. I have to take my time into getting more involved in that life because it was kind of a lot. But yeah, Oakland was cool. It was I think I've only been to Oakland once. We've been up to the Bay quite a bit, but Oakland, I think I've only been there like once or twice.
I love Oakland.
It was outside of Rugby, but yeah, I liked it. I had a blast. I was like trying to explore and shit, and I was with my two aunts and my dad, and then my cousins from Louisiana and Dallas met us there. So it wasn't really no I was like trying to explore and shit, and my aunties was like, oh my God, you can't walk by yourself, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I do this. But also, I mean, considering we're out here because my cousin got killed, I can understand why I don't want to be walking around by myself.
Right.
So like, be considerate of that. But you know, bitch like to explore. You know, I was like, I'm going right around the corner. I'll go walk real quick. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool little, it was nice to see my family and stuff. I like to be around my family. It's very fun.
Yeah, we know you're a family gal.
I am, and I didn't realize that until somebody else pointed out to me, like, you're very family oriented. I'm like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, actually, I guess I really am. I didn't realize that, but I am. But we went out. I don't like going out with my dad sometimes because he is just like, if I was a waiter or a waitress, I know I would be like irritated with him, but he does it to be like funny, like to try to break the ice. So he just always want to joke and all that. But I'm like, people don't feel like hearing that shit all the time, you know? Like, I understand that you're trying to be like, you know, but I don't know. It gets under my, I just be imagining how I would feel like having to wait at a table and like hear this old nigga like, oh, he thinks his jokes is funny and they're not funny. But one thing about my dad, he gonna tip you well. So like, I be trying to tell the girls, like, I don't think they mind. But you don't know that until it's already over, you know? Like, so I be looking at them like, girl, if you could just make it through. Cause like, you know how you ever been somewhere and you're like, I know that they talking about us in the break room. Like, I know when they walk away there, they talking shit. Like, that's how I felt all weekend. I'm like, oh my God.
Or like when three waiters are huddled by the cash register and they just look back at your table. First of all, we've had those experiences at brunch together.
This be me, like, I don't even know if I should order another drink, child. They gonna, especially now with COVID, I'm like, they done coughed all over this. Cause you want to be a difficult ass nigga, not me. I was cool with my order. You sent your potatoes back. You said that you needed extra this. You said, now here I am.
No, that's facts. Some of my friends don't know how to act.
I think most people in my life, when I think about it, are like troublesome guests or whatever. Yeah, like send backers or what about this? My dad is a try to get a discount at every turn type of nigga. That is irritating. I'm like, oh my God.
I feel like I've been one of the shows that I like started watching during like this whole shit is I started watching a lot of like Chef Ramsay.
That's random.
Yeah, it's super random.
Nobody ever fired on that nigga?
Huh? No, some people did. Some people were like, "You got to get the fuck out of here." Like, you're not about to talk to me like this, bro.
He be talking to niggas crazy. I understand that you're respected in your profession.
But he still be going.
What do cussing niggas out have to do with being a chef? Like, that's not even a part of the job description. So you could talk to me like you got some fucking sense.
That shit is nuts. But I've been watching like the series where he goes to like revive restaurants that are like suffering. And like people stay sending their food back, stay like giving like complaints. And ever since I started watching it like a few months back, honestly, when I go to restaurants, I'm way more picky nowadays. I was usually the person who's like,
so now you're like everybody does it. So
now I'm fucking empowered, bro. Like
now I can't go out to eat with you no more either. Damn, let me cross you off my list. It's looking like dinner for one.
And like I'm very specific too, and I'm not like trying to look for discounts, but like if I see it, like it's been a few times like where I've seen discrepancies between like the menu and my receipt of like maybe like $1 or $2. I'm gonna point it out. Why? Because it's gonna be that's your tip. You're overcharging me, but that's your tip. And like the really good people, they get it. Like I've bothered like 1 or 2 people with that a few times, like a couple times at the same restaurant. But like after, I'd be like, dude, like, what's your Venmo? Like, I'll Venmo your tip to you. Like, I get it.
They already know when you walk in. They're like, here, this nigga coming. Everybody make sure that you got your fucking.
Nah, but like nowadays, I'm so empowered as like a restaurant goer. Like, I know what I deserve watching Dave Ramsey, and that nigga don't take shit, and neither am I.
You see, with me, that it's very interesting because one thing that I've grown to learn about myself probably in the last year and a half is that I am an outspoken and vocal person, but only for very specific things. Like I don't like to ever feel like I'm trouble. So I won't like
to be a bother.
Yeah, when it's those memes where it's like, oh, your girl, like I won't. I'll just eat it. If somebody like, I don't want to go back and forth with nobody if I feel like I'm just being an inconvenience. I don't know. I have a hard time with that. I was just talking about that with my sister actually. So it's interesting in things that I will like speak up for and stuff that I won't. Like it don't be that big of a deal to me. I'm like, whatever. And it's interesting because my sister is one of like the picky people, and she was a waitress for like 5 years or some shit. I've never been a waitress. So I would think it would be the other way around, but I have worked like at hella malls and shit. Like
you've worked in customer service.
Yeah,
and shit like
so
that. Yeah, just not
I just like I tried
to
be as chill as
possible. I was like I'm like the type of person who like I'm probably not gonna send it back. I will just eat it. But in the past few months, I've learned that honestly, I'm worth it. I'm worth the complaint.
I know, right? Okay. I'm like, I need to appreciate myself better. Like, nah, bitch, it's not what you ordered. You don't need to eat it. I'm gonna watch it too. Send me the season so I can watch it and I can make sure
I got you.
Getting what I'm worth.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, they really communicated. They really communicated what was wrong with their food so well, but
know your worth. If you ask for scramble hard, my nigga, make sure your shit is scramble hard. Know your worth. All right.
Come on.
That's gonna be my task for the rest of the month.
Got you. Anything else on your menu? Tell us anything else. Anything else went up in Oakland in the area?
I mean, yeah, a lot went up, but I won't discuss it on the show.
I got you.
It was
but don't you worry about that.
A cool little trip. I wanna go back. I think that's the only since for 2020, that's only the second place that I've been. The only other place I've been is Arizona. Because of this damn panoramic.
This is the longest that I've gone without going to the Bay Area. I usually go like once a year, at the minimum once a year.
See, I haven't been, I don't think I've been since like 2016. So it's been a while since I've been up there in general. But I definitely like, I gotta come back ASAP. Like I forgot how much I liked it up here. I really
Word. Yeah.
Word on the street is that the niggers are in Oakland, the fine ones. They were out. But I'll have to be
they're not nowhere
good
else.
behavior and be respectful. I mean, there are other places too, but I don't know. I liked it out there. But they are, something else too? They are pretty reckless up there. I mean, I've always known Oakland is like worse than LA. I've always known that. No offense, but y'all know. But it made me feel old in a sense because shit that I would have been like with like at like 18 through 23. It was like making me nervous when I was up there now. Like niggas was like blasting their music and running red lights and shit. And I was just like, oh my God.
Ooh, be careful. Watch your turn. Watch it.
What the hell is wrong with me? I was really like, oh my goodness, they need to be careful. I'm like, oh shit, I need to, I'm not going out like this. Because old me would have been hanging out the passenger seat like, hey, nigga, fuck this light going up. And I had my hand over my heart, like, oh, my dear. Oh, I never.
Oh my gosh. Watch your turn.
Hello? They didn't put on a blinker or anything.
Oh my. Are you gonna signal? I mean,
I was like, what the fuck is happening to me, bruh? I'm really getting old. I was really over here thinking about the fucking law.
That's hilarious. I feel you.
I've been having those moments a lot lately, and I'm like, damn, I really got to start having like responsible fun. When I think about all of the reckless things that I have done between the ages of like 17 to 23, yeah, those were definitely my reckless years. I would even throw 24 up in that bitch, honestly. But
and cheers to that year too.
Man, I've done some on vacations. I've done some things that like if my little cousins or little sisters came to me and told me that they did the shit that I did, I was like, why would you do some dumb shit like that? Do you know what could have happened to you?
Do you even care about yourself? Do you know what value is? Do you know what your value is?
Solo and with the homies. Wow, just hopping in the cars, riding through hoods, different projects. I done went through all the damn wards in New Orleans. Riding through the wards, all through the projects. Why? For what? Don't even. Let me not get started. All right, let's move on.
For fun.
For fun, bruh. For fun, but
to pass time.
What? Niggas could have fucking robbed us. I could have been a viral post on Twitter talking about has anybody seen her last scene with brown braids, like.
But honestly, I don't know, maybe I won't say that. Maybe I'll keep that for just you and I.
Okay, wait.
I'll save it later.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you. But I just want to say this real quick before we move on. If any of my little cousins are listening to this, I'm lying. I was a saint and don't even think about doing nothing. Or if you do,
I kind of want to say it now.
Just come ask me first. Okay, what?
Kind of want to say it now. Maybe you can edit it out.
Okay.
But honestly, if you went missing in New Orleans, I wouldn't believe it. I would just be like, just want to be found. That would be like
you'd be like, that bitch ain't gone.
She's not fucking missing, guys. She just doesn't want you to find her. She's fine. You guys are fucking putting up these posters for no goddamn reason. Get them down. She's okay.
Woo! All right, now that is the truth. That is not a lie. For real, there's probably like 3 cities where I'm just like, yeah, no, y'all, she'll be fine. Remember, we were fucking living reckless this last year when we went out to DC for Halloween. Like so
less.
Maybe I haven't grown as much as I thought because that was literally just 1 year ago. Almost to the date.
17 to 24. No, 25. No. Last year. Am I still in the depths?
Dang, we sure were living on the edge. I sure was living on the edge last year in DC.
Bruh.
Every night, I think.
Halloween. It was, every night. You didn't skip a fucking beat. Rain or shine.
Literally.
Snow or sun.
Literally. Oh my goodness. Yeah, niggas was reckless just last year. I guess I take back everything that I just said. So maybe I was feeling that way because I was with my family. Maybe that's why. Because I guess I have to take back everything I just said because it was a lie. I'm still living this way. And I don't know when I'll stop. But I will start sending back my food when it's not correct. I know that much. I can't promise nothing else. But I know from now on, damn it,
I'm worth it.
If I said no onions, I'm sending it back. I'm not picking them off anymore. I'm sending it back. And that's it. That's all I have to say about it now. Now I'm done. For real. I cannot believe you over here crying. That was really funny about the New Orleans thing, though. You got jokes.
I'm just saying.
Honestly, nobody, yeah. I think even my mom would be like, nah, let's give it some time.
Nah, she didn't wear that. She didn't wear that. Don't even worry about it.
That's why I find the sharing your location thing, though.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Facts.
I'll give my friends my location in a second. Here, you can have it indefinitely, my nigga, because niggas be on the move.
Who knows? Things might come up.
Yep. I do not mind at all. I share my location with my friends.
Right.
I tried to share it with my mama, but I was like, My sister be lying, though, sometimes, and she'll be like, I'm on my way. And I'll be like, bitch, I got your location. No, you're not. And then she'll be like, oh, shit, I forgot. Okay, I'm really leaving now. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I'll tell you when you're really leaving, nigga. I still see it. I can still see it.
No, I'll text you when
you're leaving because I don't know, my nigga. What are you talking about?
I'll let you know when I know you're leaving.
But yes, I suggest that everyone at least have 2 people that you share your location with indefinitely, you know?
Agreed. And probably like in different areas. Like
in different friend groups too.
Facts.
And one from your family. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You gotta create a PDF or something. Just get this information.
You can do it right. Hold on. Let me tell y'all. You search right now on your iPhone. Find My. I'm gonna give y'all a tutorial right now. And then the Find Mine thingy is gonna come up, and then you'll see a list of people who you are sharing your location with. You can add more. Saanjh, you got my location?
I think so.
No, I'm telling you, you do. It said can see your location.
From
when I was in DC.
Because you're following your tutorial.
Yes, I am. I was doing it as I went along, but because I went to when we were in DC, it got you, Jazzy, and Bree. Because we were reckless. But yeah, that's it for my
I'm sharing mine back just in case.
Had a little road trip. Boom, got it. Also, I just want to say too, road trips when you are the young one driving.
Is that who you were?
Slow. I drove on the way back, not there.
Okay.
Slow down. All right, the next turn is coming up. All right, you watch the speed limit. You gotta watch it. All right, you go. It stay in the next, like, okay. And then also, older people don't, for whatever reason, believe that your Google Maps works. So I'm like, oh, I got the address. It's okay. Okay, but I remember when we was coming up, we took, because I remember passing by this. Yeah, it says that in a mile, I'm going to make a left. Yeah, because it should be coming up. Yeah, I have it. Yep.
Like right here.
Yep, I put in I put them in. Yeah, because you should be coming. Because I see it. It's on my phone. Right here, it's telling me. You hear it? Just talk to me and said in 300.
Take a left.
Yeah, so that's always interesting to deal with.
And 300 feet, take a left. Take a left. About right. Yes.
Woo! Or when like make a left on 9th Street and we're on 6th, and then we get to 7th. I know how it's going. I see when it's coming.
I think what's coming.
I know 8 is gonna be after that. Then after that,
it's gonna be 9.
And
that shit gonna be crazy.
Like I'll be able to turn. It's great. Yeah, that's always pretty funny to me. But I also love new technology because the way that I kept my braids over my AirPods, Okay.
You sick.
I had it covered up.
You're
okay?
sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you. No, I was listening to Giveon. Okay, I was listening to Giveon. All right, and then Key Glock, and then back to Giveon. It was a weird transition, but it was working for me.
That's so funny.
That's it for me, though.
All right. That was honestly pretty funny. That was a good segment for me. I got a lot of my kikis out, and so I appreciate you for that.
Of course, anytime.
We moving on to the main course then.
Dun dun dun.
So actually, I do want to bring this up, and
Okay.
we're in the main course. So y'all, strap on. It's about to be a bumpy ride.
I got my sports bra.
Hey, but one thing I wanted to mention was can't ignore this. It's in the last 24 hours in the U.S. 200,000 coronavirus cases broke the record for a 24-hour period. So like, I just want to make sure that our listeners and our people, because listen, I'm a public health professional, people.
The P on the hat stands for professional.
Professional. All right, public health profession. That's it. That's what the hat is for, and that's the reason I wore it on this episode. So I just want to make sure before, and as we get into the main course, because it's it's all gonna tie together. It's getting pretty sticky out here, Cam. It's getting sticky.
You know how you were talking about how much you watch the news? Like, my dad just has CNN like nonstop, and they said that on the news. They said it took 98 days for us to reach our first 1 million cases, and it took 10 days to reach 1 million over the last 10 days.
That's crazy.
That's crazy as fuck. That puts some fear back into my heart.
And that's a good way for people to kind of conceptualize, like, I think how fast things are getting worse, because to me, one thing that people are not understanding about COVID is like, we're in a lot worse position now than we were then. Like,
and the panic has gone down.
Exactly. And
I also feel like, though, it has a lot to do with, because my panic has gone down, and I understand that is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But we are all adults, and we should know to stay inside. I'm not saying no to that, but our government did such a horrible job where it's like, you had us inside and nothing happened. Y'all didn't have the proper protocols. Like, it's very hard to expect people to stay inside because the government kind of said fuck it. So y'all are telling me to do one thing, but everything is open.
Right.
So it's gonna be hard for me
and
not to just go out and still live, because y'all are showing me that it must not be that serious.
Exactly, because like, you're right about that. I don't personally, like, even coming at it from like a public health and behavior perspective, I don't think it's not up to a person to stop themselves from doing something that feels good. Like, people are pleasure seekers. And then not only that, if you had been so good about lockdown for like 6 months, it's getting contentious and things aren't really seeming like it's getting better. Ultimately, as a human being, your thing is gonna be like, if this isn't gonna get better, I need to continue living my life, right? Because you've already seen yourself lose 6 months. Like, I think describing like the last few months since March is gonna be the crazy, because I feel like the time warp that mentally I'm going through from March to now, it's crazy to me that it's even been that amount of months, like that much time has passed from us getting sent home from work to now.
Mm-hmm.
And so just thinking about like people, and like, we come in all different, like shapes and sizes, but not even that, but even socially, like some people need to socialize a lot more than others. Like, some people need to talk. Some people, they don't even know that they need it until you reach that 6 month mark. And it's like, holy shit, I'm going crazy. And I don't think it's necessarily, I've hated the shaming that people have put like individuals through for going to do stuff, because I think that your point is the most important, and the thing that people don't focus on is that our government has told us that it's not important. And so if you're consistently getting mixed messages, like you're going to choose to come to your own conclusion about something. Like at the end of the day, no matter how much you like the administration, no matter how much you like your own local government, it doesn't matter. If things are open, people are going to go. You feel me? And so like with like the new administration that is possibly coming on, they have proposed a plan to shut things down for 4 to 6 weeks completely, pay people for their lost wages. And literally, if we would just do something like that, we could be done with this. Or if we would have just done that, we could have been done with this. And so like mentally, if I'm seeing like the government is putting other things as more important than my health, how am I going to value that? Like, if there's all these forces that are like telling you to do all this other shit that's pleasurable after you've been denied of pleasure for so long. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I almost want to compare it to like blue balls. Like, if you've been holding it for that long, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. And then when you finally get like an opportunity, it's going to happen. So like, I don't think like the shaming of individuals is necessarily productive, and I don't think it's going to help. I think we really do need to put that onus, like you said, on our government for the messages that they've been sending, because literally, the CDC just today put that masks protect the person who's wearing it. Today is the first day that they literally said that.
You have to say that for people because people are selfish. So it's like, why would I wear a mask to protect somebody else? So now I'm telling you, like, okay, it protects you. So maybe you'll care about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to get you to care about somebody else, you did not give a fuck.
Right. And even, and it's crazy because that in itself was something that was like controversial for the government to do. Like our most senior health officials can't give us the full advice that they want to give us. Something that the World Health Organization had said back in May, our government wasn't willing to do, but until November. What does that mean for us as the people living in the state? Like literally the whole globe has accepted this as the reality. But our own health organizations are like, no, we need more proof. We need more evidence.
Well, they couldn't say shit until Trump was out, and now that he's kind of out or whatever the fuck is going on, I don't know. It's irritating me that now all of a sudden the CDC is able to grow some balls and say what really needs to be said.
Agreed.
Twitter is now saying like, oh, on all his tweets, like, oh no, that's a lie.
News
is now like they're fact
yes.
checking. Y'all should have been doing this shit for the past 4 years.
Cutting away from his speeches when he's lying. Yeah.
Don't fucking wait until now that we have a new president-elect. Like, that's some bitch shit. Keep the same energy. Y'all. So y'all mean to tell me now y'all waiting until he's low to now start growing some balls? Stand up to this nigga beforehand. That's some facts. I hate that that's
not only that,
not only
that, but it also lets us know that they know what's the right thing to do. Yeah. This whole time you was holding back on what you should have been doing. So you
let this nigga lie for 4 years.
Exactly.
You let that happen. And now you're going to say something. Because now that also sends the message that because you're saying it now, it also sends the message that the things that he was saying before you think is okay. Technically,
right.
Because if you had done this, you should have been doing it. So that's been something that's really been irritating me. So even with
niggas is jumping on the winners.
Mm-hmm. It took the CDC until now to say that about the mask because y'all so scared of Trump and his fucking stupid ass followers. Y'all should have been if y'all would have been taking this stance from the beginning, it wouldn't be so crazy how it is now because it would have been shutting all of this stuff down. But now these people have 4 years of momentum. They've been getting lied to for 4 years and believing that shit for 4 years. Mm-hmm. But you can't all of a sudden tell them now, like, oh, your president is lying. Oh, no, nigga, he wasn't lying before. Now all of a sudden he's lying. I feel because that's a lie. But I can understand that standpoint of this is what
like it makes logically.
And now y'all want to say that he's a liar? No, fuck that. This election is rigged. That makes sense because no one has been standing up for this nigga. I mean, to this nigga until now. That's some bitch made shit. Like it's not. I don't be seeing it and be like, oh yeah, they going so hard. Look at them. I see it and be like, where the fuck was this?
You have to wait till now, right?
Like that's weak.
have to
Like
wait
you have to
till
wait
now.
till there's someone else is a winner and get up under them. Like stand on your own.
Facts.
And call this nigga out and say, hey, what you saying is some bullshit. What you saying is a lie. Y'all been letting this nigga and his whole family just lie.
I agree with you so much because it's crazy. It's been crazy to see how many people been willing to call him out in ways that they wasn't willing to before.
Niggas done found their big boy pants. What the hell is this?
This shit's crazy.
What Drake say? What's that song? Where he asked was that one? Is that Drake or Future or both of them? That's both of them. What was you?
Yeah.
When all the dogs needed help. Ooh, forgot about that song.
Hey.
But yeah, like I don't know. That's the thing that has been irritating me the most. Because Trump has been he's been setting this up for what, like 5-6 months?
Mm-hmm.
He was coming for USPS, trying to discredit the whole fucking mail system. Nigga. Like,
right.
He's been telling you that voting by mail is bad. Like he's been setting this up for months.
Right.
So it's not a surprise to see it actually happen. It is though still unbelievable to watch it.
It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. I'll say like, absolutely.
he set it up nicely, but it's crazy to watch this nigga go outside and all of his followers too. Because I'm like, I know a lot of y'all are genuinely stupid. But a lot of y'all that like the fucking Tommy Lawrence and whoever, y'all hoes not dumb.
No, so these folks are intelligent.
Like it's crazy to see y'all bend over backwards to try to support him when y'all know that the shit that y'all saying is some bullshit.
Right.
It's just interesting to me. Like y'all aren't stupid women, which is why y'all playing into this because it's making y'all money. But it's crazy to see the lengths that y'all will go through for real.
It's been pretty amazing. I never thought that it would ever come to a point that this country would ever value a single person over its entire infrastructure.
They're standing a president. That's insane to me. Like that's weird.
With us knowing and always talking about how much capitalism does drive the United States as a global empire, right? Like, it's not good for the markets for this to be happening in the US. You know, it's not good for Wall Street for this to be happening in the United States. It just makes more unpredictability with global markets and our own domestic markets, right? Like, just us not knowing who's going to be in power when, is there going to be like a military takeover? Mm-hmm. You know, this nigga's firing people just a few months. Couple months before he's about to dip, and then he's starting to install military personnel. We're like, are we about to turn into like a military state? You feel me? Like, so all of these things just are not good for the bigger machine. So it is interesting to see people who care about the machine, care about this singular human power more.
I also wonder how much of it is just performative, right? Because I know we see that a lot on the other lens. My personal belief, let me not say it's facts, but it's my personal belief that a lot of these rich Black people that be saying like, you know, we got to get Trump out, be voting for him on the low because niggas are going to vote for their own self-interest at the end of the day. You feel me?
Okay.
So I also wonder how much of it is performative where people are going so hard for Trump, but they know they really don't want that nigga in there anymore, but they're not trying to like cut their ties and their followers.
Absolutely.
Like, I think about that too.
Because I think like one thing that's been interesting is looking back is like, for example, like Trump has made life hell for a lot of people, not just Democrats. Like even Republican lawmakers, even like people who work with him don't like him. But they fear him and then they value whatever they profit from off of him more than anything else. You feel me? So like,
I want to know what he got on these niggas.
Right. So it's like
all at the island together. Shit.
These senators, these representatives who are like trying to make sure that they maintain like their positions within government are going to make sure that they align with Trump because I mean, at the end of the day, 70 million people voted for that nigga. And so if he comes out and he says like this Republican is not with our shit, you're fucked. Or like this person isn't aligning with what we do, and like you're on the outs unless you're like somebody who's like super well established. And even then, we're seeing those kind of people bend over to like his will.
Also, from what I've been seeing too, is that he there's a possibility, right, that he could run in 2024. So people are still not trying to completely sever their ties to him or try to make it seem like they're putting on a big fight, because he still technically can do another term, right?
Right.
Is that how it works? Can he do another term?
He can. He can. And he actually has already started forming his super PAC for his election in 2024.
Because niggas not gonna like Joe, because niggas don't necessarily like Joe now. They just wanted Trump out.
And I think, unfortunately, like with Joe, he's misstepping before he's even in office.
He been doing that while he was running. He's the misstep king.
Right. And so I think, like, for me personally, I'll say this, like, one of my takeaways from like the election and the fallout has been, I have this fear, and maybe it's not a fear. It's not really a fear, but like I have this, maybe a theory that like after, with the incredible turnout that we got as far as voting this year, in 2024, I just don't see like liberals, Democrats, people on the left turning out in the same way after what Joe Biden could possibly do. Because I think what people don't realize about this nigga is that he's very much a moderate. Like, he's very much like, he's not necessarily a true Democrat, and he's not, you know, like this ultra conservative person. So like all of these black people, all of these people of color who really came out in record numbers to vote for this nigga, all of these like queer people who came out to vote like on record numbers for this nigga, are gonna be very disappointed with the policies that end up passing or the people who he appoints.
I feel like most of the people voted for him because he's not Trump, and then because Kamala.
Agreed.
See the first woman and black woman and Indian woman in office. So most of it didn't even have anything to do with him. All Joe had to do was just shut up and take it. He still was fucking up. Even during campaigning, he continued to fuck up. Like, so I can just imagine what he's gonna do once he finally gets in there. Like, so that's gonna make it easier for Trump to try and run again. Hopefully, what happens? I know this is probably not the best thing to say, but hopefully these old ass niggas croak, both of them.
Okay, I was gonna say when you brought up Kamala, I was like,
I think that's the bigger picture. I think that she knows that. I think she knows this nigga has like prostate cancer or something like that, and she's gonna be the first woman president. Like, that's what I think. The whole big. I think she's gonna make that nigga go run a mile with her every day until that nigga just has a heart attack. Like, come on, Joe, who's gonna get up in the morning to run? Like, and then he's just gonna pass out one day and not wake the fuck up, and then she gonna be like, all right, I want the beauty salon in Wing 3. You feel me? I want the greens getting washed in the sink. Thanksgiving is coming up, and I want collard and mustard mixed. If I see spinach, you're fired.
No, seriously.
That's what I really think is gonna happen. Seriously. I think that's the real plan, is to get that bitch in there, and then she's gonna.
And you know, who knows what that might end up being with, but like I feel like this past week I was reading, like, you know, people are speculating about who might end up in this nigga's cabinet, right? And one person whose name has come up is Emmanuel Rhyme, who was the mayor of Chicago before Lightfoot. But this nigga was literally the person who covered up the Daquan McDonald police shooting. Like, ended up being the person who was withholding evidence as the mayor for this really important case, at least for, you know, our communities when it comes to police violence. And this is the nigga who you're saying you're about to appoint to your cabinet. Meanwhile, we've been protesting police violence throughout the entire summer.
We elected the police. to the office after a whole summer of saying fuck the police. We elected the police.
And then you're about to literally put the, like, I was thinking, like, dude, what a slap in the face, or how stupid do you have to be? How short of a time do you want to remain president? Because I'm sorry, but the white people by themselves could not get you to a win. They couldn't. They don't want that shit. So, like, if for you to see us protesting, fighting, trying to demand justice, trying to demand, all, you know, like equality, all this shit, and then to come with this motherfucker who is one of the biggest perpetrators of police violence to one of the blackest cities ever, Chicago, and be like, this is the nigga I'm gonna put in my cabinet. That was the moment where I was like, oh shit, these motherfuckers are done.
It was kind of a moment where you realize, like, fuck, we might have put ourselves in a worse position because we're dealing with, Trump wasn't a politician, right? So that was what was the most frustrating about him, is that he never did anything the right way. He never did anything PC. So a lot of the shit that he was saying and doing, we were just like, whoa, my nigga. But now we've elected somebody who does know how to play the game well. Mm-hmm. And so he gonna be locked and loaded and do it the fucking right way.
All right.
You know, that could end up fucking us up even more. But we had to get Trump out because he was literally that awful. But it's like, now what? Because the plan, of course, is to put pressure, like keep the same momentum and put pressure on the new president-elect. But if his VP has already locked up all the niggas in California. Mm-hmm. And now he's trying to build a squad with more people who just been locking niggas up across the nation.
Right.
What position does that put us in?
And I mean, at least for me personally, I hope that the takeaway from all of this in 2 years and 4 years is that whoever occupies that seat doesn't determine the end all be all for our communities. Like, there's things we can create, organizations or structures to try to counter some of those effects. We don't necessarily have to pin our hopes on a president or not a president. You feel me? Because
we have to think with our local officials, because the president is really just the face of the nation. But we have to talk to the people that are in our own communities. Those are the people that are really gonna do the shit.
Even then, I challenge, you don't even have to work within the government system in order to create, you know, counter organizations. At the end of the day, you don't. Like, there's a lot of amazing organizations that are creating and have missions and visions towards really all the things that we value. They're just not funded. They don't get the attention. They're not sexy. But if we look at the amount of money that was spent this presidential election by those two fucking guys, it literally surpassed, I think I was reading, it surpassed 2004, 2008, 2012 combined. That this election year, they spent more money than all of those years combined. And my thing is, like, where are those resources for people? You feel me? Like, that's crazy that you spent that much money making sure that advertisements showed up on certain channels. I was gonna say, to make sure that people traveled, to make sure that you have staff. Like, holy shit.
It's crazy for me because I would think that you would need to spend less money as technology progresses. So that's interesting to me that they've spent more money in a time where it was probably more vital for you to and during a fucking pandemic.
During a pandemic, like, in which you haven't given any relief to people. With the technology that we have,
you could do a fucking Twitter thread, my nigga. Go on the shade room from home. That shouldn't cost you the most money, like more money than three campaigns combined. You would think that it would cost less money with the more social media that we have. You can literally hire a fucking social media intern or whatever and do your shit and come up with different campaigns that could reach people. Now, I'm not being elitist. I know everybody doesn't have like phones and access and stuff like that, but that's where that other little money could go to. But the fact that it took more money when we have much more access to technology and you should have been traveling less because it's a pandemic is fucking wild. Like, it just makes me want to say, who are y'all paying off? And why I'm not one of the people? Y'all are paying niggas off. Just say what it is, because where's all this money going?
Facts, because, and you know, I want to start calling him JB, Joe Biden, for the rest of the.
That sounds too playful, and I don't like it. It sounds like the homie, and I don't consider him one of my homies.
I'm gonna go with Bide.
I don't like niggas named Bide, so I'm okay with that. JB sounds too cool, you know.
I feel you. JB Smooth, JB Blockboy JB. Sorry.
Is that a rapper?
Yeah, Blockboy JB.
Is he a young boy, or is he a never broke again boy?
Shoo.
Okay.
Shoo.
Elijah used to do that dance.
Yeah, that nigga.
Here I go sounding old again.
I think he sings that song.
But does he have a prefix in front of his name? Because you know how there's the YN, YMB, MBA.
No. It's Blockboy JB.
YF. Okay. Black Boy. I heard of that.
Yeah.
He must have other songs besides that one. Okay.
He has one with Drake, but
with Drake? Okay.
Yeah.
How does it go? Damn, I feel old.
That's the Look
Alive.
Wait, is that it?
901 305 Look Alive.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it Black Boy or Block Boy?
BLOC.
Okay, Black Boy JB. He get 4 million listeners. Look Alive, you're right. Chop Block Camelot. He must be on the remix. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Block Boy. I was like, I love
I'm
our
on Spotify looking.
I love our tangents because we literally went from Joe Biden to Block. Like I
because you gave him a cool ass name, JB. Don't let that nigga. That's how we're gonna find out if he listening to Brunchism. Because if he start calling himself JB,
he gonna start branding. Gonna start branding and shit. Ooh. I don't even know what I was gonna say now.
It's gonna be like Potus Jb. That's gonna be his Twitter name. If he come out as Potus Jb, my nigga, it's over. It's over. Okay, Trump may not be able to recover from that. Potus Jb, come on.
Potus Jb.
That's kind of lit. He should hire us for the fucking campaign.
High key. We'll take all that damn money.
I sure will. Shit, it gotta go to somebody. Cause they paying.
Like the crazy thing is that crazy thing is like Biden spent more this year and didn't even have like any rallies or anything. Like, you know, when you're talking about COVID should equal less spending, you're so right. Because
can I ask you a question about okay, finish. Sorry, then I'll ask you a question.
No, that's it. Just COVID should equal less spending.
The rallies were confusing. I don't remember if I talked about this last week or not. But the rallies were confusing to me because by that point, even I think like half of the country had already voted. Why are you holding rallies 1 or 2 days before the election to people that are already voting for you? What's the point? It was confusing to me. Like, we're in a pandemic and you're holding rallies for people that have already voted for you or that are clearly going to vote for you because they're here cheering for you. So it's not like you're in a place to where you're not in a place to where someone is still on the fence, my nigga. Niggas pretty much have their mind made up a day before the election.
I agree.
So why are you still hosting a rally? That was so. You're just spreading COVID. You're spreading COVID and hate. Then he went to. Did you see that? I forgot what city he was in, but he went to one city and he said, "Why am I here? Well, I would never come here." Did you see that? He told the city, he straight up told the city, like, I would never come here. Now I have to come here because the numbers are down. I would never come here on another day. I'm just here. Why would I be here? That's what he said. At the rally in the city that imagine him being in DC, like, why would I come to DC? I would never come to DC. I've never come before, but I'm here now.
Shout out to DC also because only 5% of people in this fucking place voted for that nigga.
They say I'm tired of this nigga using up art.
We had the largest difference, I think.
He lived there.
If we were a state, we would have the largest difference. Because 95% of people.
How DC and New York turned against this nigga? They both said, you know what, we've had enough.
And you
that's to let the Trump supporters know. Have you ever dated somebody and their friends or their like cousins or something tried to tell you on the low like that wasn't the person you're supposed to be messing with? I don't know if that's ever happened to you before, but that's what DC and New York did to all the rest of the Trump supporters. Like, listen, we done dealt with this nigga for some time. It's time to get out. I don't suggest that y'all fuck with him. Like, your own people is trying to tell you, like, hey, my nigga, that's not the one.
I'll tell you what, I don't even need the news to tell me that the shit was over, because all of a sudden when the shit was, you just hear the entire city erupt for the whole Saturday, bro.
I've never seen anything like it. I had to ask the elders in my life, like, have niggas ever gone up because of a presidential election? Obama, yeah, because he was the first black person. But even niggas went up like Obama, ding dong, the witch is dead. Obama was electing it was electing a new person, but people were celebrating because they kicked the nigga out. Like, right. It was like a real, you know, I asked the question too before the election, like, how many presidents in our history didn't get elected a second term? I know some niggas got off. Yeah. You know, I know some niggas got killed or whatever. I think Bush Daddy. Like 19. Bush Daddy, I think, was the last person who got voted. Oh, I think he only did one term, and I think he got voted out. Really? You about to check with Google? I hope so. But I think that was the last person. Before that, I think in total it was only like 3 people that didn't serve both
Look terms. At you, history.
Let me tell you something about me. I hated poli-sci and econ. Hated them. Always have. From the first day I was introduced to them motherfuckers. I hate it. But I digress. But yeah, I don't know. It's just too much going on. This nigga is really not finna leave, but he told us that already. So now for the rest of the 4 years, because, you know, Trump supporters are just like those annoying kids in school that, like, you know, you do something and they tell, but they do the same thing and then they justify why they did it.
Oh, like, my God.
So now we're going to have to deal with, when Biden gets sworn in or whatever, we're going to have to deal with the next 4 years of all of his loyal cult-ass following saying, well, it doesn't count because, you know, the election was stolen. Yeah. So things still are not going to get better because we're going to have to go through 4 years of these fucking idiots saying, you know, it didn't count. While they were saying stop the count, but not stop the count in places that he was winning. Like, it's just, or it's like, I don't want to deal, like, y'all are children. I don't want to do this. We're adults, and I don't want to deal with y'all little kid-ass antics. I just don't want to do it.
Agreed. I'm sick of it. I'm pretty tired of it.
Why is it about to be 2 weeks from the election and niggas is shit is still up in the air?
And they announced that today Trump won Alaska.
Alaska. For what? Why'd you tell us this?
2 weeks.
So we could know not to travel to Alaska? Well,
niggas was never going anyway.
I don't understand it. What was the point? To make that nigga feel better? Child. Kick them all out.
Facts.
The foreign hoe ass wife. The dumb brother. The other brother who don't really like his dad, but just be writing it out because he probably wants to like politics.
Just be around.
The daughter that he wants to fuck. The daughter that he wants to tell to put the bottle down. All
the
of
daughter
them.
that he be hiding from
the daughter that he be hiding. The fucking Mitch McConnell who's gonna die any day now. Like, get all of them niggas out. Ted Cruz, who he just be letting Trump bully him. He just be staying there, just staying looking steady, being stupid. Trump done talked about the man wife. He done talked about the man wife. He done called him an idiot himself, and he still just be sitting there looking stupid.
He's still over there.
Let's just clear all these niggas out.
Bitch.
Tommy Lauren, who loves to take black dick but talk about it on Twitter. All of these niggas.
Bitch.
She's a bitch-a-rooney dude. That little girl with the gun that be walking around the college campus.
Bitch.
All of these niggas. To hell with them all. We're just ready for something. I'm ready to go back to the racism that I'm used to.
Racism light. The diet kind.
Diet. 0 calorie racism. No carb racism.
Slow release.
Keto racism.
Slow release racism.
Intermittent fasting racism.
Low carb racism.
I'm ready to go back, okay? Because
sugar-free racism.
You know, Cause this is enough. I'm tired of it. But that's
agree.
it. Just take care of yourselves.
Facts. If you can unplug, do it.
Yeah. I was about to say the shade room will tell you what's going on once they figure it out. So stay tuned, child. It's nothing that we can do.
Oh, which reminds me of somebody I want to check. Thank you for saying that.
Oh, you know what? Kind of need to. I want to talk about the son, not the dumb one, the one with the black hair.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna tweet some bullshit talking about millions of Trump supporters upset about the results, but yet you don't see any cities burning down. Well, listen here, you spoiled, uppity, white bitch ass nigga. Did anybody get shot? Has anybody been oppressed for 400 fucking years? Or did y'all lose a fucking election? What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? You gonna say that dumb shit? Nobody lost their lives, you fucking idiot. Like, they just be saying anything.
Did you die?
Did you die? But did you die? That's literally the question.
What a bitch.
Like, niggas just woke up and was like, oh, I hate Trump. I'm going to burn the city down. No. Niggas were getting 10 rounds put in them, my nigga, for reaching for their license and registration. What the fuck are you talking about?
Ain't nobody burning
while
nothing
walking
down
away.
Trump. Ain't nobody burning shit down. Niggas not going to jail because of Trump, bro.
How could you compare?
Because y'all killing niggas.
How could you compare? Oh, we didn't burn down those cities and we lost the election. Like, so y'all. So,
but a lot of y'all fucking killed black people while all that shit was going on. So what the fuck are you talking about?
So again, y'all aren't paying attention as to why we're rioting. That's all that lets me know.
Also, not only that,
are dying.
Not only that, but also, didn't they just find out that all of the fires or most of the fires that were started in Minneapolis were actually from white supremacists? They just fucking did like.
Hashtag Blacks Rule. There was some Blacks Rule shit going on. I'm feeling you. Bottoms up.
I'm just sick. Anyways, I'm excited to get to my check because this main course.
Just go right into it. Start.
I'm just gonna say that the main course was something that I'm glad that I got to talk to you about because I've just been like having thoughts and not necessarily like articulating them. So there's that, but I'm ready to move on. Like I can't wait. I can't tell you how disappointed I am that November 3rd didn't mean moving on. But I am going to move on because this is my platform. Okay, I am the commander-in-chief of this here motherfucker, and so I'm checking Bow Wow. I'm checking Bow Weezy.
Little Bow Wow?
I'm checking
the way you move so fast across the flow.
I'm so sick of Bow. Honestly,
he runs through your mind like all the time to the point where you just want to take him home.
Honestly, I'm so tired of Bow Wow. Like,
what did he do? I'm completely lost.
And that's why you should let my check unravel.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Because you'll find out. Stay tuned. Bow Wow hates women. I promise you. Bow Wow hates women. This nigga's short and he's upset that women don't like him because he's short. Like, bruh, no matter
and because
what
he lies about going on private jets. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
Even the past, even for you to bring that up, it only soils his profile more. I fucking hate Little Bow Wow because, and yeah, I'm calling you Little Bow Wow, Little Shad Moss. I don't give a fuck if you drop the moniker. I'm not even gonna call him Lil Bow Wow. It's Little. You little fucking.
Oh my god, you spelled it out. All right.
Little.
Get that.
Yes,
nigga.
I enunciated.
He hates women.
Why? Because this nigga wants to post this fucking. I don't know if he thought he was funny or what, but how to become a thoughtainaire, I guess. Why is he so upset that women can leverage what they have to make money? He posted like a list of like 8 things that women can do to become a thoughtainaire.
Where can I find this list? Ask him for me.
You know what? I'll send it to you, and maybe you might want to note take. Because, I mean, okay, I'm not going to lie. The steps were right. The steps were correct. It is the way that you should go if that's what you want to pursue. I'm not going to lie. Like, the information itself was actually pretty right. It was pretty spot on. And Do I have it saved? Yeah, okay. Am I gonna pursue it? It's possible. But is Bow Wow the person who should be posting this bullshit? No, why? Because he fucking sounds so bitter.
He wants to be an Instagram honey so bad. He's so jealous of his baby mama.
Bitter.
He's so jealous that Future won't fly him out for his birthday.
He's so upset though that women can make money off of posting pictures on Instagram. He's so upset that women don't need talent to host a club and just could use their beauty to get a fucking bag. What's the matter with the woman getting a bag? Is it a bag that you want? Is she stealing from you? Bruh, Bow Wow just comes off as so fucking simple. And let me tell you what really set off my hate for Bow Wow. There's an audio we recorded a few months ago. And there's this audio that came out with Bow Wow, I think talking to either his baby mama or some woman. And he was basically threatening her with violence, like kicking her in the stomach, and you could tell that, you could tell that he was obviously physically abusive. And so ever since then, I fucking hated this little Bow Wow. And now I just realize how much he hates women and how fucking much of a simpleton he is. And honestly, he's sorry. And so this week's check for me goes to Bow Wow. And this is one of my most impassioned checks because I fucking hate this little turd. I really feel it.
You do not like this nigga.
Oh, why are you so mad, bro? Like he's literally the poster child for what is it? Neapolitan syndrome, or what is that guy's name? Whatever.
Neapolitan is ice cream. Napoleon.
He has a Napoleon complex.
One thing I will say, and I'm not defending him, but for some reason, because Lil Wayne has been fucking up too, and like I think Raven went through a phase where she was like on some bullshit. But a lot of these people who have been famous for most of their lives just have a warped sense of reality, I feel like. And so you're talking about all of these, the three people that I just named alone have been famous since they were, I think Lil Wayne was famous, the oldest out of them, since he was like 15. But the other two have been famous. Or something, yeah, the others who have been, Raven been famous since she's like 4, and Bow Wow has been famous since he was like 8, So these people have like a warped sense of reality. And who knows the shit that they have saw and been through from coming up in the industry at a young age.
Agreed.
So I'm not defending him because that doesn't make him right, but he's just a little fucked up in the head. And that's the truth.
Listen, keep that shit to yourself, and how about leave fucking women alone, you little bitch?
Yeah.
Because that's so irritating. How is it okay for you to rap about those women and then make money off of those songs, but it's not okay for women themselves to get a fucking bag?
He gonna be one of those dumb niggas that be like, it wasn't until I had a conversation with my daughter until I realized that women were people and deserve respect.
And now it doesn't matter because now your daughter is taller than you. So what?
Lil Bow Wow. You. She gonna call that nigga Lil Bow Wow one day. She gonna call that nigga Little Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow, you take out the trash. I'm so irritated. Like, I'm just, nigga.
Like, I don't know, man. Little men. Just
I try not to body shame, but I surely don't like me a little nigga, but I digress.
So I'm actually gonna move on because now I'm getting hold on. Another nigga I need to check is fucking T.I. I don't know why, but
another little man. Oh, oops. Another little man.
T.I., bro. Like just niggas I just wish would disappear into the background, bro. Like who makes you think that your fucking opinions over women or anything else are that important? Like, no, I don't.
His daughter be crying on the television about once a week, just stressed out. I'm tired of my daddy worried about my puss. I'm sick of it.
I don't care about, like, I'm sick, bro. Like, black men. The
nigga cheat on his wife every 3 to 5 business days. He cheat on his wife. And he think he needs to tell everybody how they're supposed to have black families and what women are supposed to do with their puss and what works.
Wakanda,
and Atlanta, and now we're in Wakanda.
And Atlanta is
having super spreader parties, city. But you told niggas not to be out in the streets in Atlanta. It's just
because we don't shoot other black people here. You guys
don't
go do
come to
that
Atlanta.
murder
You kill each
stuff
other in their
over
own
there.
city. Atlanta, excuse me. All I hear about Atlanta is Draco, bow, bow. Literally, Waka Flocka just raps and says bow, 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 bow. Those are gunshot sounds. He's not hitting it from the back. Those are the sounds of gunshots.
I'm sick.
Maybe tell everybody in your city stop killing each other, and then people won't go there to kill each other.
Facts.
Anyway.
What about you? Who
Clifford.
are you checking? I'm just impassioned.
Clifford, the little light-skinned man. No more Clifford, the big red dog. Okay. I am checking. I saw this video of this influencer going on like a food tour throughout LA.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the places that she went were like a lot of hood staples. And so the video started off with her at Hawkins Burger. Now, for those of y'all that are listening that are from LA, yeah, that Hawkins Burger across from the Nickerson Gardens, y'all, which is the Project Saanjh.
I know Nickerson Gardens.
Oh, you know
Nickerson? Me on already. No, you schooled me on it a few years back.
That's where Hawkins Burgers is.
Okay.
Not only did she go there for her little video, but she was sitting there. I ain't never sat down at Hawkins to eat. It's only like 2 little tables really outside in a little cut of the cul-de-sac place, but it's literally right across the street from the Nickerson Gardens. I have only been there by myself once. And it was like, I tried to go like at 11:30 on like a Wednesday, like something like, something really, like in and out real quick. And that was
the gangsters are out by now.
That was still a lot. No, the Bloods is out right there. Hey, girl, hey. Like it's peak niggatry. And so she just was going on her little tour around all the places, and it just made me think because LA is getting gentrified at an alarmingly fast rate because of the stadium and everything going around, right?
Right.
And even over the past couple of years, like riding through, the Jordan Downs or whatever and seeing white people walk their dogs and shit, another more projects.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why aren't y'all robbing these niggas? Hell, y'all rob us. Y'all rob another nigga. Y'all rob another nigga or bang on another nigga that y'all see in y'all territory, but y'all letting these white people walk their fucking dogs and do little Instagram food videos. Rob these motherfuckers so they can stop coming back. What the hell is that about? I don't like that. Rob these new people. Push them out of the neighborhood so they won't try to fuck up everything. Why y'all keep robbing us?
Raise the crime rates, people.
No, I'm not. I mean, I know that sounds fucked up, but like, rob little Sarah for her little Instagram video. Why the fuck was this bitch comfortable sitting across the projects like, oh, get another picture of me eating my burger? Rob this bitch. Why she taking her picture? I want to see the next reel of you running away with the phone with a mask on, though, so we can't identify you. And because it's COVID. But I don't know, I don't know why that bothered me so much. But I really hated seeing her because I'm like, niggas is never that comfortable over there. Why the fuck are you so comfortable? Why are they letting you be that comfortable? Whiteness. I don't fucking like, why are we giving white people a pass to just do whatever the fuck they want? Niggas don't need the only people that sit there at Hawkins is the niggas who hood that is, or that's on break. Niggas ain't just sitting up there just to eat their burger. You get your shit and you're out. The fuck is going on? Yeah, I order my food, I'm waiting in the car, and I go get it and leave. Niggas ain't hanging out in front of Hawkins.
Nigga, you hanging out? I ain't never hung out.
I was like, maybe it's 2 Hawkins. Like, I got on Google, like, well, maybe she,
another one. They opened a new location.
There's another location. At least down the street, but she certainly is not the one right across the street from the Nickerson Gardens. Can't be. So, I don't know. I guess it's not right for me to ask for people to rob others. But something needs to be, but that's not right either.
Crime rates, people.
That's not right either for her to be out there just eating all these hood staples. This like little lily blonde white girl. That just doesn't sit well with my spirit. And I feel like we're trying to fight against gentrification in many ways, but one of the ways definitely needs to be let niggas know what it's like.
Facts.
To be
if you want to live here, this is how you gotta be.
You're not on vacation. And why was she even like, it also makes me wonder like, dude, are you still here? Hello?
I'm here.
Girl,
did you lose me?
My screen just fucking like.
You're still here.
Okay. It had like a pop-up, like Adobe was trying to update or some shit, so it just all swiped away. Ooh, that made me nervous. I was like, I can't record this again, child. We're gonna have to skip this week.
No. We're still kept going. We good. I think.
Ooh, that was the white ancestors telling me to leave their people alone. I don't fuck y'all.
Move on.
Stop going.
It's time for
Hawkins.
the tip.
Stop going to Hawkins Burgers, but that's it. It
It's
rubbed me
time
the
for the
wrong way.
tip,
If I could find that video, I'll look for it. But that bitch was at Hawkins. Next time you come to LA, I'm gonna bring you. See if we don't get banged on.
Is the food good? Like, is the burgers good?
Yeah, they good. Hold on real quick.
I'm holding on.
Hello. This same number keep calling me. Now I said hello. Don't nobody want to answer.
Nigga.
Anyway, all right. Let's move on. Now it's time for the tip. For our new listeners, we like to end brunchism on a positive note because we talk shit for like an hour to an hour and a half. So we like to leave on a light, fluffy, fun note, you know? I wouldn't say fluffy, wrong word, but we like to end with some positivity by sending kudos and accolades to someone or something that is something positive. So
I could go first this week. We switching it up. I'll go first. It is what it is.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Nah, don't be sorry. Hello?
Don't be sorry, ho. Be careful.
Although we do like to end on a positive note, that's why I'll go first this week. Although it's still positive, but there's this. I'm actually tipping Alex Trebek, Jeopardy host.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for just all the years of game show fun. I don't know if you know this about me, Cam, but I love game shows. Like I'm like honestly on a Friday night, or I'll tell you this, my dream job is to host Family Feud.
I think that I was just about to say that. I think that you would be so great on that. I also think that if the opportunity presents itself, we should go.
That facts.
But one thing I will say though, I don't want to put a damper on this moment, but it is very funny, and maybe it's a place of privilege for me to think that it's funny, but seeing Steve Harvey try to adjust to like it was the RuPaul episode on Celebrity Family Feud. That nigga was highly uncomfortable, but he was
queer eye. They had the queer eye one too.
They were against each other, and he was trying. I think was it 2 different episodes? I'm gonna go back and watch. But he was trying. The queer eye one. He was trying so hard to just watch his words and to understand, and it was so funny to watch. I'm like, this nigga is uncomfortable as fuck. He don't know what the fuck is going on. He don't know what the fuck to say. He don't know what to do. He is just like trying his best to not get canceled. That's what it looked like to me. So I'm like, this shit is really hilarious. This nigga don't know what Steve Harvey.
Man,
you got people out there in full drag from head to toe, and he's just like, wow. Like, he didn't know what to say or do. I said, this nigga is uncomfortable as hell. It was very funny.
It's one Celebrity Family Feud episode where it's like the Queer Eyes, the old Queer Eye, like the original, the OG cast, and then the new Queer Eye cast. And they like go against each other, and like, you know, them motherfuckers is flamboyant as shit. Like on both sides. They got like mad flamboyant motherfuckers on both sides. And so they touching this nigga on the arm and shit. He don't know what to do with himself.
He don't want to drink back too fast because then he might be in trouble. He gonna go viral on Twitter.
But then like you know how like he kind of reacts to women on the show sometimes, like when they touch him, he'll flirt a little bit with them. And like sometimes I think he falls into it. He like, oh, and then he realized what he's doing.
They switch it up. They be flirting with him. They switch it up, and he don't be knowing what to do. It's so refreshing.
I really, really think that nigga has. I think Family Feud is like, that's my dream job because he gets to suss people at the same time, and he gets to have.
He gets paid for it.
Nobody has motivated me to work on my eye roll more than Steve Harvey. Cause wow.
And I like when he be like, that's not up there. But he be like, he start walking to the other side. I really do not like Steve Harvey, but I love him on Family Feud. I'm not a
you
Steve
don't like
Harvey
Steve
fan.
Harvey?
No.
But
Never have been.
in what like you don't like his stand up, or you just don't like his first?
It's just something that I've always known. And he goes into my category with Mary J. Blige and Jamie Foxx.
Really? Because I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say I'm not like the biggest Steve Harvey fan, but I love that nigga on Family Feud. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's what I said. On Family Feud, I love him. He can do no wrong. But pretty much with everything else, I be kind of over him.
Yeah,
and he was sniffing Trump's asshole too a couple of years ago. But now he want to talk about he happy that he out.
Yeah, he was doing a little dance or whatever.
Step on Family Feud.
But anyways, shout out to Alex Trebek, Jeopardy host. Unfortunately, we lost Alex. But
he held it out like a fucking soldier.
Man,
that nigga knew he was sick and was like, I'm still gonna be
longer than RBG.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
RBG.
that's right.
My bad, y'all.
And please don't, put any drawings with these niggas together, even though I already seen a couple. We don't want any more.
Yeah.
And don't put it on any
guys.
shirts. We're abolishing shirts and we're abolishing the art with all the dead people sitting in a room playing together.
Please,
all the
like,
other
come
shit.
on.
We don't want it. We don't want it.
We don't. What about you? Who are you tipping this week? I'm
just leaving a tip for the city of Oakland. It was just or the Bay Area, I'll say. No, but I was only in Oakland, so I can't say the whole Bay Area. But it was just fucking lit.
Oakland, specify.
First of all, it was art everywhere. I love to see it, just walking around. I realized that I am meant to live in a place where I could walk. I want to walk to the grocery store. I want to walk to the bar.
Life
I really like that. I really, really like that. That's why I like DC so much. I'm like, let's go fucking walking, my nigga. Like, I really like that. So I like doing that, even though I know that I didn't see a whole bunch of other people walking. I get it. But I like that environment. But just even at my cousin's funeral, my nigga, like, they were going the fuck up, which I know you usually do for someone who is younger that passes. But they was hitting the little shits, the little dances. You feel me? Niggas was, I don't know. The energy of it, even that was going on. Even just the energy of the whole city. I just loved it. I just love the energy every time I go up to NorCal. It's always good energy, even though there's like a little NorCal, SoCal beef or whatever on Twitter. But whenever I go up there, it's fucking lit, and I love the energy. So I just felt good. It's a lot of like Black history up there too. A lot of shit that we do in LA comes from up there. Like, niggas gotta pay their respects for that too.
And LA is just sexier.
That's pretty much, and warmer. That's really the only difference, is that it's just warmer. So niggas like fuck with it more down here, because
I think I would say like LA is just more polished than like Oakland. Oakland has like
Oakland is very. My dad put it best where he said Oakland specifically gives you the feel of an East Coast hood.
Oh yeah.
It does. It makes me feel like I'm on the East Coast. And I can't say that even for the rest of the Bay, but specifically in Oakland, it definitely feels like I was in the hood of somewhere like in New York or DC. But yeah, I like the energy up there, so I want to plan a trip to go like on better terms, better circumstances.
We'll link up there.
No, for real.
Honestly, I'm serious. I love that place.
No, yeah.
No, seriously, yeah, let's go.
No, but seriously, that's good.
Hey, you heard that the vaccine dropping in March, right? So
yeah,
get shot up.
I mean, also, at this point, what do I have to lose?
Did you see that? Like, I think it's Ticketmaster. They came up and they're like, I think they're gonna start concerts back up next year at some point. But in order to be able to purchase a ticket, you do have to show that you got the COVID-19 vaccine.
Damn. What if I show that I got the test like that day?
Yeah, or like a 24-hour test. Yeah.
Because it's funny because I was just talking to Kristen, and we didn't return our Broccoli City tickets. So they're still valid. Okay. So whenever they release the new dates, my nigga, we're there.
Here.
Like, and she also has Ari Lennox tickets and Masego tickets. So like, Kristen was definitely, I don't want to I was about to say she's my concert friend, but that's a lie because she is one of my best friends in the whole wide world. But we like concerts is our shit. Like
right.
Pretty much once a month she would text me and be like, "Hey, got tickets to this concert. Like, do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bitch." Like that was our thing. So like, we really been waiting for shit to come back. So she was like, "And we got all this shit lined up for when it comes back." Because she was like, "I'm not getting my money back. We're just about to go to these concerts.
Just go, right? I mean, if you pay for it already, like.
I have to see who are the people that you can't wait to see in concert? Because mine, I'm gonna tell you mine so you can think on yours. Please. Snow Allegra, never got to see that bitch. Key Glock, Money Man, Giveon, Kalila, I've been trying to see for fucking ever. And I'll say those are the ones that I'm like most pressed to see in Black.
Why?
I haven't seen him.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen him, but I've seen all of my other favorites. Like I've seen Megan. I've even seen Nicki. You know, I've seen all of my other like favorites right now. I've seen Stir hella times. I've seen Isaiah Rashad hella times. I've seen Kendrick, Schoolboy Q, Nipsey, rest in peace. Like I've seen all those niggas. So those are all the people that like Snow for real. You've seen Sir?
No, I ain't seen Sir live.
We ain't seen Sir together?
Nah.
Just Isaiah Rashad? Sir was never there?
Yeah.
No? I see. Oh, that was Jazzy. Me and Jazzy made a push to see Sir.
Wait. No.
Didn't we see Sir together?
Okay, he came out. Okay, he came out during the Zay.
He did.
Concert.
We were at the observatory, right?
Yeah, but I want to see like a Sir.
He's really good. He's really good, Saanjh. I want
to see a Sir concert.
Like top 3. Anderson .Paak is really good too. See,
I'm hot and cold on Anderson .Paak.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it's here and it's there.
I'll tell you. That's fair.
I've gone through phases. Like I remember when I first heard Anderson .Paak, I could not stop listening to this nigga. Like I literally could not stop listening to this nigga. And then like one day it was just like.
He put those 2 back to back where it was Oxnard and it was another one. And whatever the first one was trash. And then the one after that was the good one. For me at least.
Okay.
But he put 2 that were really close together. You could tell the first one was on some like label shit, it seemed like. And the second one it seemed like he had more control over because that was the one where he had like the Smokey Robinson feature and the why can't the songs come to my head? The songs can't come to my head, but the second one was better. The first one that he put out right after we were waiting after Malibu.
Yeah, after Malibu
was mid.
I remember I could not stop playing Anderson .Paak for a minute. I'll tell you who one of my favorites, like probably unpredictable for anybody who would not know that this would be like one of my favorite live concerts is The Weeknd.
Really? I won't say that I'm surprised. I'm not surprised.
I can't, bruh. Like when I tell you, like it was like a whole full body. Like I saw The Weeknd for the first time live during Coachella when Beyonce was headlining, and I still left that weekend saying The Weeknd had the best. Like that was my favorite set was from The Weeknd. Like. Niggas who can sing, like sing, like he sang his entire album and it was like My Dear Melancholy from beginning to end, no breaks, no water, no nothing.
No stretch, no outfit change.
Nothing. And I was just like, oh, you going
and he be singing like in the what is it? I don't know, is it alto? He be high pitched.
Yes, he be hitting them damn notes.
Yeah, it's not like he be. It's a strain.
And so like I saw that nigga perform that weekend, and I was just, I've been like a Weeknd stan since then, and it's unfortunate because like the next album he released was not great.
It was mid.
But that the one he performed from beginning to end in Coachella, I was just like blown the fuck away. But I also feel the same. Like I've seen most of my favorites, like the people who I'm like I need to check off my list. So like my Lauryn Hill, Georgia Smith, Zay, obviously. I think I've seen that nigga like.
When did you see
times.
Lauryn Hill?
San Diego. She showed up on time one time. Yeah, she and the thing I like about like women and R&B concerts is like you get to sit, like it's like cushioned seats. I really appreciate and space. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to with COVID is like I wonder how they're gonna make these concerts. Because one thing I hate is a bumping motherfucker. I hate being bumped. I hate being pushed. I hate mosh pits. I hate all that shit. Why? Because personally, I want to fight.
Okay.
I do. And so it's nice to go somewhere and have an assigned seat that has like a pillow and shit like that.
I don't like assigned seat concerts.
Well, that makes one of us.
But I also don't like, I only like, one thing I learned about myself also is I only like R&B concerts. I'm not in a rush to go see my favorite rappers.
Really?
Or if they're a rapper, then it has to be somebody like Isaiah Rashad. Like, I'm not in a rush to go.
Oh, you like chilling?
Yeah, I like chilling. I don't want, I don't, too much at a concert, I'll be over it. I'm in that phase for sure. Like, I'd rather just vibe out.
Yeah, I went to...
Unless I'm at a music festival, then I'll be okay with, like, going through that or whatever, because I know that that's the environment, but, like, I would rather not.
Other people in between.
I would rather not just go to like a hip hop concert.
Okay, like I think
a Black Republican.
I was like the last one, like the last the last concert I went to was like Meg, Future, and Meek Mill, and I was like,
me too. I was at the BET Experience. I want to say.
Oh no, I forget.
That's when you come back and you don't have no voice and you got some bruises and you have to turn around and tell a bitch if you touch me again. Like, it's just a lot. That's when it's a lot. Versus, when I go see Sir, then it's just niggas swaying, with some weed in the air.
They be grown.
Vibing, maybe a nigga come up to you and put his hand on the small of your back. Oh. Nothing disrespectful, but you still feel his presence.
Yeah.
I go to a Young Dolph concert and it's move, bitch, move, black bitch, and it's like, wow.
But how you doing?
Wait a minute.
How you doing, ma?
Hold on. Go to a DaBaby concert and he might punch you himself.
Oh, he the one who gonna get you.
So it's just,
we're gonna have to have a concert episode at some point. Although I think we just did, but whatever.
We kind of just did an impromptu.
It's okay.
All right, everybody.
That's it for this week.
Thank y'all for, it's funny because we were like, this is going to be a real quick episode. We
got into the thick of things. We got into the thick of things.
But y'all have a good week and take care of yourselves.
Please.
If you made it all the way through to the end, congratulations. I don't be listening to the full thing when I be listening to it back.
Really?
So
I gotta know. I'm like this type of. I'm kind of anxious. Like I'm like, what did you say at the end though? Like, so what did you say?
Not I get tired. I don't like hearing my voice. I still haven't got past that, even after all of these years. I still haven't.
One thing I started doing was listening to the podcast at 1.5.
At 1 point, I was just about to say that.
It makes it sound a little bit different from my voice. So I like. Just when I want, like, I'm like, I want to listen to, like, what we talked about or whatever. I go 1.5. So I'm like,
But see, what you just said right now, 1.5 is going to be like, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? What did they just say? Ooh. All right, y'all.
Peace.